Jeff's Superscript is brought to you by Black Cat Comics and Collectibles, in my opinion, the best comic shop and clubhouse on the internet. Follow them at Black Cat Burbank on Instagram and join their claim sales on Tuesdays for new books and Fridays for back issues. And don't forget to ask about joining their Stray Cats Club for special perks.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we are going to be talking about all the new comic books that will be hitting final order cutoff on either March 7th for DC books or March 8th for everything else. I'm going to move through them in no particular order and fairly quickly because I don't want to waste any of our time. Let's go ahead and jump right in with the first book that I want to mention, which is Crossover number 5. I like Crossover. I like Donny Cates. I wanted to let you know that it's hitting FOC. You might want to reserve it. The next one I want to mention is just a personal favorite, Decorum. Number 7 is hitting FOC, but if you're not already reading Decorum, you don't care. You're not going to jump on it now. But I care, so I mentioned it. One that you should care about is Department of Truth number 7, which is hitting final order cutoff this upcoming Monday. Jump on. It's not too late. It's so good, and it's so worth it. Issue number 7 is the second of the two kind of like telling you a little bit of the history of the Department of Truth kind of stories. So it's a singular issue. It'll be a singular story, all contained in one issue. And then back with issue number 8, we'll get back into the main through storyline that we started with issues 1 through 5. Highly recommend Department of Truth. Jump on it right now. Go reserve it. The next book I want to mention is a new book called Shadecraft. It is from Image Comics. The description says, Zadie Lou is afraid of her own shadow. She's a teenager, so she really should have grown out of it by now, right? But something weird is happening in her small town. Zadie could swear the shadows are coming to life, watching her, trying to kill her. But how do you fight something you can't even touch? How does all of this tie into her family, of all things? From the creative team that brought you Eisner-nominated Skyward, writer Joe Henderson and artist Lee Garbett, join Zadie Lou as she ventures into the shadows to face her fears and discover a legacy she never knew she had. The register pitch is the dark tones of Demon Slayer with Something is Killing the Children meets a cast of contemporary teen characters not unlike Veronica Fish and Kelly Thompson's Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. I don't know. Sounds interesting. Has potential. You might want to check it out. The next one I want to mention to you is Dragon Age Dark Fortress number 1. Obviously a tie-in to the video game. If you're a fan of the video game, you might want to check it out. If you're not a fan of the video game, you're probably not going to be very interested unless you're interested in kind of like fantasy and stuff like that, in which case you might still be interested in checking it out. The next book I want to mention is Beta Ray Bill number 1. The description says, from the pages of Donny Cates' Thorns spinning out of the events of King in Black, the second most famous wielder of Mjolnir, the right-hand man to the god of thunder, and now a warrior without his best weapon, Beta Ray Bill is tired of playing second fiddle to Thor, and with Bill's famous hammer Stormbreaker recently destroyed at the new All-Father's hands, tensions are higher than ever. The Corbinite must strike out in search of a new weapon and a new destiny, assuming he can defeat a nullified Fin Fang Foom. Writer-artist Daniel Warren Johnson and colorist Mike Spencer take Beta Ray Bill on a journey beyond the shadow of a god. Plus, this oversized first issue contains an exclusive conversation between Johnson and Beta Ray Bill's creator, the legendary Walter Simonson. So it seems like there's a little bit of like percolating in the Marvel Universe of a little bit of a more focus, bringing Beta Ray Bill into more focus, kind of forward into more storylines. Might be something you consider checking out. In addition to the A cover, there's like 4 different variant covers that didn't have images, so I'm not showing them to you. But I will mention there's a Stegman variant, there's a Knock Headshot variant, there's a Conley variant, and there's a Coelho Stormbreakers variant. All right, next we have King in Black Ghost Rider number 1. It says, the war for Hell's throne meets the King in Black. All Ghost Rider wants is to destroy Mephisto, round up an army of escaped demons, and secure his seat on the throne of Hell. Is that so much to ask? But now a dark god from space has shown up to throw the world into chaos, and some of Johnny's old friends have come to ask for his help. It may take everything they've got to stop this madness, maybe even the devil himself. Listen, everybody's getting a King in Black tie-in. Ghost Rider should absolutely get one too. I actually think that this could be one of the cooler ones, just kind of throwing Ghost Rider into the whole King in Black, symbiotes army, war. It could be pretty interesting and might be worth considering reserving pre-FOC. The next book I'll mention to you is Silk, #1. It's a limited series of 5. It says, by day, Cindy Moon is an intrepid reporter for the upstart new media empire Threats and Menaces under her old boss, J. Jonah Jameson. By night, she's Silk, crime-fighting superhero. But those worlds are about to collide, as an investigation into a series of gangland murders puts Silk and everyone she loves in danger. Who is this powerful new player in New York's underworld? Where did she come from? And what is she doing with that strange cat demon? It will take all of Cindy's prowess as a reporter and hero to find the answers and stay alive. Written by Maureen Gu and drawn by Takeshi Miyazawa, Cindy is on assignment and nothing can stop her. I don't know much about Silk, in fact, but she seems pretty cool. If you already know about her and think she's cool, you're going to want to check it out. If you're a big fan of all things Spider-Man and Spider-Verse, you might want to check it out. And it's got some cool covers as well, so it might be something you consider, once again, checking out. The next one I want to mention to you is Berserker, #2. I haven't read Berserker #1 yet, but Berserker #2 is hitting FOC. If you reserved issue #1 this week and you had a chance to read it and you liked it, but you didn't have it be like a full-on pull, you just pulled issue #1 to give it a shot, you might want to let your comic shop know that you're interested in continuing with Berserker and adding issue #2 to your pull list. And the next book I'm going to mention to you is a book called Witchblood from Vault Comics. Here's the description. A modern Wild West road trip about a witch named Yana cruising the Southwest as a band of thirsty biker vampires, the Hounds of Love, hunt her scattered coven for the source of all magic, Witchblood. From the critically acclaimed creators of the Modern Witch Tarot deck and Long Lost comes Witchblood, a blend of action, lore, and Americana perfect for the fans of Buffy and American Gods. This one doesn't sound particularly interesting to me, but I'm not a huge kind of witch, vampire guy thing in general, although points to them for doing a Dazzler solo series issue #1 homage with this cover. Points. The last book I'm going to mention to you this week is a bit of a noodle scratcher. It is Batman Fortnite 0.1. I'm not going to bother reading the description because it's what you would imagine. I guess Marvel got a crack at a Fortnite tie-in. Now it's DC's turn to get a crack at a Fortnite tie-in. Roughly, the idea is that Batman he ends up getting sucked into the Fortnite world, and he can't remember anything, and the rest unfolds as it is. I don't know how the Fortnite stuff with Marvel went because I completely ignored it. But maybe the kids loved it. Maybe they just ate it up. I don't know. And I guess if they did and it worked for Marvel, you might as well do it for DC too. It's just not for me. I don't play the game. If I played the game, I might be all over this, but I'm not because I don't. So, yeah, we'll see. It's not going. I think if you're not into the game, you're not going to care at all about this. All right, so that is all the books that I wanted to mention. There's other books that are coming, hitting FOC, but these are the ones that piqued my interest the most that I wanted to make sure to bring to your attention. If you appreciate this video and the information that it presents, likes are the great way to show your appreciation. Thank you so much for all of those. In addition, if this is the first one of my videos that you've ever watched, wow, how did you find my video? But thank you so much for checking it out, especially all the way to the end. I invite you to hit the subscribe guy and make sure to hit the notification bell so you're informed when I post new videos. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.